First of all, I just want to get your reaction to this latest border closure. They happen often, so perhaps they don't come as a surprise to a lot of people, but now that it's happened again after 8 cases in Melbourne, what's your response to that?
Pete, good morning. Good to be with you again. I've been going around travel agents here in South Australia, and it's very hard for them. We're in a confidence game builder at the moment, and unfortunately with this sporadic closing and opening of borders, it's really hard for travel agents to take bookings. The travel agent community are down on revenue 95% year on year, and indeed they're actually giving revenue back. Having said that, I did come in and quarantine a day earlier. It was fine. There is this balance between the medical need and the commercial needs, but we do have to get a consistent framework. And I know everybody's been saying it. It just has to happen. Yeah,
I mean, the issue is the premiers are just doing what is largely supported by the people, though. It doesn't matter what state it is.
Yeah, or territory, indeed.
Yeah.
And this uncertainty, as the vaccine rolls out, it's all incremental confidence. Unless we get certainty around this, it is really disrupting businesses.
But there is no confidence when it comes to travellers, right? Because, I mean, people don't want to spend money on a booking that they might not have a chance to go on. So they're looking for certainty. They might just travel somewhere locally, which is good for the local economy, but not so good for interstate.
No, absolutely right, Pete. Absolutely right. And, I talked to a range of travel agents and operators, border close, cancellation, trepidation to make that other booking, and that has a flow-on effect.
So what sort of extra help are you going to need? It looks as though help is coming beyond March, and there's a lot of different sectors that are going to have their hand out. What do you want? What do you need?
The travel agent community, tour operators and wholesalers, those close to the international border closure, and let's remind your viewers, that border is not going to be liberated until towards the end of the year. So that means we've gone 2 years not only with no revenue, but also giving back income on top of the refunds. So travel agents pretty much have been going to work every day, 6 days a week, sometimes 7, giving back last year's revenue and last year's income. So I've been meeting with travel agents door to door down here. Not many of them will survive if there is no renamed, repurposed life cord in the form of some sort of JobKeeper. I'm actually trying to estimate, and I'm working with Dan Teenan to estimate at what point we will lose pretty much 90% of our travel agents in this country unless we do get ongoing support. And that's just not travel agents, Pete. It's actually the wider tourism infrastructure. Yeah.
So specifically, do you just need your JobKeeper to remain where it's at for your sector, so that the same level of payments that were in place, you need that to continue, and for how long?
We do need that to continue, and we do need it to continue to probably 3 months after the international border is fully opened. Given the cash flow patterns within our particular sector, they lag generally. Travel agents only get paid when generally people come back. We do need that. We also need the states and territories to help. Code of conducts, that is rental relief essentially, they're all expiring. For the general community, maybe that's fine, where they can generate revenue and derive an income from that revenue. We can't until the end of this year. And then cash doesn't flow for 6 months later. So we need states and territories to step up. I'll be meeting again with the Premier of South Australia tomorrow. He's been very receptive and very supportive. States and territories also have to help carry this burden.
Okay, so you basically need that to continue for, another 12, 18, maybe even 24 months?
Essentially, we will need that, Pete, to continue for at least 18 months. Given the 6-month cash flow time lag, people start flying, say, October, November. It takes another 6 months for cash to land in a travel agent's bank account.
Yeah, okay. All right, Darren.
That'll be almost 3 years, Pete.
Okay, almost 3 years. So that'll be quite a payment from the government, but that's what you're applying for.
That's exactly right, Pete. Thanks for your time.
Okay, no worries. Darren Rudd, we've got to go, but CEO of the Australian Federation of Travel Agents. Darren, thanks for your time.